Okay, I love me some bean sprouts. I mean, literally, in my fried rice, I love bean sprouts. So I literally go and buy the fried rice just for the bean sprouts. And I actually pay extra because I have to add the bean sprouts to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm actually gonna try to can me some bean sprouts as opposed to refrigerated or freezing them. They don't look too good. Or no, sorry, dehydrating. Don't want to do that. Don't want to freeze them. I'm just gonna put them in a jar with some water and add maybe a teaspoon of salt just to preserve them. I'm probably gonna use some of them, but I'm not gonna use all of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to can this. So what I decided to do, I'm gonna wash these off real well, and then I'm gonna add them to the jar. So I'm still gonna add some fruit fresh to this and clean it. Okay, so this is gonna be my second bag. Uh-oh. Okay, so this is my second bag of bean sprouts that I've already soaked. And so I'm gonna rinse these off, and then I'm gonna water pack them into jars. So really, this is the reason why you clean your vegetables, because look how white these bean sprouts look. Look at that water. So yes, I'm gonna finish cleaning this up and I'll put them in a jar. So I added a half a teaspoon of salt in the jar first. So as you can see, you get a lot of bean sprouts when you pack them or buy them. This was like $1.79 or 81 cents or something like that. So you get a bag of them. I paid probably 50 cents for maybe about this much, maybe a little bit more, to go on my fried rice, which is absolutely ridiculous. So far I got 3 jars, and I'm gonna go ahead and pack this up as well. Okay, so I'm gonna add just the water to my jars. Keeping in mind not to overfill it. That's about right. So what I'm doing now, I'm just wiping down the top part of the jars, since I've just finished adding in all the liquid. Okay, so I finished adding the liquids. I just put the tops on. So I'm gonna go ahead and put them in my canner, and we're gonna get this going. So everything fits. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 jars. I had no idea that those bean sprouts will take up 7 jars. Not at all. But I am going to go ahead and can them. And when I decide to want to use one, I'm just going to use one. And the rest I can put on the shelf. So this is actually, my jars are a little bit more submerged than they need to be. But I had close to 3 inches of water in here. And that's okay. So when it starts to steam, hopefully there would be no water that dissipate from the jars. I did not put the lids on real tight, because the last time I put them on too tight, I believe. And then some of the liquid seems to, well, some of the water seemed to come out the jars because it wasn't as much in the jars, and I filled the jars up. So unless the produce just absorbed a lot of the liquid. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my top on, and we're gonna get this started. Well, it's time to open the canner. It's finished processing. Yes, it's working out. I am so glad that I decided to can my bean sprouts, because it's no way I'll be able to get through all these bean sprouts. So I'm glad that I did can it. And also I'm glad that I checked the canner after 12 hours to make sure that they were sealed. So all 6 of these were sealed, but one of them was not. And I'm pretty sure that was my fault, because I did try to wipe things down, or maybe some water entered under the seal, and so it did not seal properly, which is okay, because that means I can go ahead and use it and cook it in my vegetables or what have you, or sauteed vegetables, or maybe make some stir-fried rice. I love it with bean sprouts, some mushrooms, as well as some broccoli even. So thank you for joining my channel. Feel free to like and subscribe. I'd appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look forward to come back and checking me out soon.